Hey everyone, today I'm going to teach you some exercises that will help heal heartburn naturally. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Susan Winograd with Pelvicore Plus, where we believe pelvic health and healing requires a total body approach. If you missed the first video in this acid reflux series, please go back and watch. You will not want to miss that valuable information. We talked about how the diaphragm may be the culprit in your acid reflux symptoms. So how can we help you heal that naturally without medication? You all know by now that I think breathing is magical. And this is just another example of how the magic of breathing can help relieve the symptoms of acid reflux. What you're going to want to do is put a hand over your chest and a hand right under your rib cage. You're going to want to inhale deeply for a count of 5 or 6, and then exhale for a count of 7 or 8. As you inhale, think of an opening, a releasing, a relaxing. As you exhale, think of a closing. You can also visualize opening an umbrella as you inhale, letting that rib cage open and letting that umbrella close as you exhale. This is going to expand the rib cage and release, relax, and open that diaphragm. It's also going to open that space, that hiatus, that the esophagus goes right through the diaphragm, relieving your heartburn symptoms. Once you've done the diaphragmatic breathing, you can progress this exercise by giving your diaphragm a little bit of resistance. I like to use a little ball, but if you don't have one, you can just use your hands, placing one hand over the other. I put the ball right under my diaphragm, and I do that deep diaphragmatic breathing, just giving my diaphragm a little bit of resistance. So as you inhale, you're going to feel the resistance of the ball against your abdominal wall as you inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to again think about closing that umbrella. You're going to inhale, a nice deep inhalation. Think about opening that umbrella with feeling the resistance against the ball, a gentle resistance. And you're going to want to do that about 10 times. The third progression in this breathing series to relieve heartburn is giving the rib cage a little bit of resistance. So in the first part, we just did deep diaphragmatic breathing. In the second part, we used a little bit of resistance against our abdominal wall. And in the third part, we're gonna give our rib cage a little bit of resistance. So you can put your hands on your rib cage and think about breathing out in toward your elbows. So you're going to inhale, think about expanding your hands, breathing out into your elbows, and exhale, closing that umbrella. Using your hands is fine. I actually love to use a TheraBand. I put it around my lower rib cage and I cross it in my hands, so that when I inhale, that little bit of resistance of the TheraBand is going to be perfect for that expansion. So I just cross. It should not be tight. It should be snug as a hug, just enough to give you a little bit of resistance. You're gonna inhale. Feel that TheraBand expanding underneath your ribs. Exhale, the TheraBand closes around your rib cage more. You inhale, feel the resistance around your rib cage with the TheraBand. Exhale and release. You're going to want to do all 3 phases of these exercises about 10 times. I usually tell my clients to start with 10 before and after meals in order to prevent heartburn and see how you feel. You may get a little lightheaded. Some of my clients get lightheaded when they're doing this because they're not used to getting so much air into their lungs. If you do, just pause and take a break, and you can start again as soon as you're feeling back to yourself. But you can start with 10 repetitions before and after meals, and then work your way up to 20 repetitions. If you found this information useful, make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other amazing videos. And you're not going to want to miss part 3 in this series, where I go over 2 more amazing exercises to help you heal heartburn or symptoms of acid reflux naturally. Have an amazing day. I'm so glad you joined me.